What's up, guys? This is Tysassin, and welcome back to another episode. It's episode number 30, and today I am extremely excited to be recording some Minecraft with you all for a number of reasons. First off, I've been on vacation for quite a while, and obviously my Minecraft skills have gone down quite a bit, but a couple of reasons. First off, I'm back from vacation, and it's been a couple weeks without any video games, no Minecraft, no YouTube, nothing. So it's good to be back. I'm happy to be back, and I've got a couple other reasons for being pretty excited. It's episode 30, which what a feat! It's a minor milestone, but I'm pretty excited about it. And number C, we're starting something pretty cool today, so I'm real excited to get going on with it. But last time we did a couple of things. First off, we talked about some AFK fish farms and made a very poor attempt to build one. We conquered this ocean monument right over here, and we captured some villagers that are going to seed this island, because today we're going to start a huge project here at this mushroom island that we've located. And yeah, it's going to be a villager trading island. Basically, we're going to be doing some breeding and some trading and what have you here in a nice safe environment for our very weak feeble villagers. So yeah, let's jump over to our village that we located, and let's talk a little bit about the plans for today. Well, just down this hall here is another nether portal. This can you see it? Yeah, you can barely see it down there. That's the mushroom island, and over here we have a little portal set up and a room here to capture some villagers in to send them down that way. Yeah, I'm gonna leave that closed. So yeah, we're all set to seed the villager island. Yeah. That's what we're going to call it, Villager Island. So we're all set to seed that area with some of these guys right over here. So if you missed last episode, I have taken every villager in this village and, of course, just completely destroyed the aesthetics here with netherrack. But every villager in here has now made it down this stream and over to this area right here. And as promised, to start this episode, we are going to release these fellas and let them head out into the nether. So we're gonna get a little bit of lag as the NDs go into the nether, because poor game coding or something, somebody will tell you that. But yeah, there we go. We now have 10 villagers in the nether, and yeah, luckily I'm prepared, basically. Pretty much prepared. Prepared for these guys to hopefully all drop into this room one by one, hopefully not make it back into the portal is really the hope. Go on in the room, please. Well, you guys can stay up there for now. So what we're going to be doing here is we're going to be sending these villagers off into the mushroom island area over there. And the nice thing with this setup, I explained it in last episode, these trapdoors prevent these guys from coming in this area, but of course I can get in here with just a little bit of wiggle room. So the nice thing with that means I can push all these guys out, and they have no way of getting back into this portal. So they're now inside of this area, and what we need to do is prepare the other side for them to show up at. So I've already got a little rail laid down, and at the other end here there's an activator rail that's powered and should boot these guys out, hopefully into the portal. Hopefully. Do I have another trapdoor? I do not. But yeah, hopefully they'll get booted out. You'll see I'll get kicked out thanks to this activator rail. And yeah, unfortunately, nope. Yeah, there we go. Unfortunately, for some reason, I don't get kicked out to the right. I think that's a thing. It should be kicked out to the right with an activator rail. Am I right about that? Pretty sure. So what we need to do next here is we need to get a portal, and I'm going to actually demolish this portal for now and create another one. But we need to get a portal somewhere on the island here where we'd like to store the guys. And I think what we'll do is just put them kind of over here in this little flat area here. I think that seems reasonable. Yeah, I'm going to get into an enclosure, if you would. So I'll move the portal over here. That's probably fine. And we'll enclose them in an area that'll be easy to pick them up with minecarts. So I'm going to dig out a little area here and get that ready, and then we'll start moving villagers into this portal. Like I said, I'll move that over here, and we'll get them onto the island. Okay, we're all set up over here. So I've moved the portal over here and put in a little hole. And so if you don't know, when the villagers come through, again, I've got my little trapdoor set up on the back here, so I can kind of get in here and shove them over. They'll fall into a hole, which is super hard to see. They'll fall in a hole right here. Okay, and down they'll go, and they'll get pushed by this water stream over into this corner. And if you don't know, it's pretty easy to pick up an entity through a corner like that in a minecart. So we'll just put down some tracks. It'll hit against here and through this corner. Because they're being pushed into that corner, through that corner, the entity will get picked up by the minecart, and we can ship it off to wherever we'd like, which will be a temporary breeder, or potentially the breeder that we go with. I'm not 100% sure on that, but I did move the portal, and it does link up, thank goodness. On the other side, everything is good. So what we can do now is get over to the other end of this area, and I've made some mine carts for myself. We are all set to go on this, except for I realize that at the other end, this mine cart's just going to bounce back. Give me a second. Okay, so what we have in this area, and let me take the sword out of my hand, is, well, a whole bunch of villagers that appear to want to go back in that portal right now, but that's not going to happen. So all we need to do is just push these guys over to the track, which they don't like to stand on, but we'll push them over, get them in a minecart, which obviously they're not super happy with, but we'll get them in a minecart, and then if needed, I can flick this leader, launch them off that way, or give them a little nudge, and out they go. So that's going to take a little while. We only have 10 villagers, but yeah, this is always fun. So it's kind of like once you get the villagers in minecarts and you get them all going and everything is good, you know, you don't have to worry. They're going to go off into this villager island, and we don't have to worry about them because they're going to be in a space that's controlled, and from here on out, we'll be able to kind of control where they go. So hopefully this guy, I kind of wanted to jump down here really quickly with him and see, will he get kicked out into the portal? He got kicked out and not in the portal, so that's super inconvenient. But what we'll do is I'll place a trapdoor right here as well, so that way they can't walk backwards, and we'll at least get them all onto or into this room, and then we'll go from there. Not exactly the most ideal of setups, but yeah, I was heavily relying on that activator rail, and that didn't really work out, but not too bad. This only took me maybe 10 minutes or so to get done. So no, actually, I've been recording the whole time, and the clip right now is at like 12 minutes. So yeah, it took me probably like 8 minutes or something to get that done. But I think we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10 villagers all in the island. Nobody died, and nobody got left behind in the nether or got killed by a ghast. So I would say, yeah, pretty successful. I'm pretty happy with it. So what I want to do now, and I could probably do some of this on camera, what I'd like to do now is actually just seal this hole off a little bit. So these guys will be completely and totally safe. You know, obviously we're on a mushroom island and nothing can spawn, and then on top of that, the blocks that are down there are covered by water. So no problemos. So yeah, we have 10 villagers safe on the mushroom island, exactly where they need to be. So yeah, I think what we're going to do next, I think we're going to work on the actual island a little bit. I'm going to do things a little bit out of order. I'm going to get away from those guys. These guys' noise, the villagers' little noise is already getting to me, and it's only been like 10 minutes. Terrible. So I've been talking to some peeps on Discord, which coming soon. We'll release some details on the Discord server, and y'all can come and chat with me as well. But I've been chatting with them, and you know, one of the ideas that came up was converting the island to grass, which is something I've kind of always wanted to do. It is a bit of a daunting task, but one of the things that you can do is flood the entire island, and it will turn to dirt, and then from there you can you know, seed it with some grass and get it going. And our island isn't actually that big as far as Mushroom Islands go. It's not too bad. So I think what we'll do here, I think we'll run some experiments really quickly and see if this is maybe a viable option. I've got a few water buckets, and my inventory is a bit of a mess, but let's grab some water buckets here and let's see what happens. So if we go up on the top of one of these hills here and pour these guys down, you know, they're going to kind of go wherever they want. And, well, they don't go wherever they want. They go where they should. Like, closest place for this to go to drop down is here, and so on. So, yeah, I mean, that didn't work out too bad, right? So if we get one here, and then maybe one here, yeah, we've covered a good bit of a hill now, right? So I think what we'll do is we'll start working on this. This seems like a crazy task. There's a reason I think that I've never done this, but what we'll do here, I'm going to go maybe craft up some more buckets or see if I have some in my ender chest, and then I think we'll work on, you know, getting this island converted over to dirt. So if I'm not mistaken, when mycelium is covered with water, and I think either it's daytime or nighttime, I can't remember which. It must be nighttime because it's not happening in daytime, but it will convert to dirt. The problem is that even underwater, this dirt can turn back into mycelium, which if you look over here, I think over here somewhere, yeah, that's happened. So since this mycelium's able to spread to all of that, because there's mycelium here, it's spreading and it will stay mycelium under the water. I believe is that how that works. If I'm mistaken, let me know in the comments below. But for right now, I think we'll jump into replay mod, and I will time lapse some of this chaos that I am about to go on. And yeah, we'll play with water mechanics today, because you know that's going to be interesting. I cannot seem. I'm telling you guys, man, I've not played Minecraft in a while, and I've not recorded a YouTube video in a while. Like, everything's just kind of a mess. But I bet if I put some water right here, look at all that mycelium I'm gonna kill. This is gonna be good. Well, we've made some serious progress here, and yeah, watching the time lapse, you might be wondering what kind of crazy black magic I've pulled off here. So I was really freaking out. None of the mycelium was going away, and I figured I had covered plenty of it for it to go away, and I know that this works. I think there's some mycelium down. Oh, there it is. I had to Google it, and I discovered that the mod that I use, Optifine, has a particular setting under quality called clear water, which I had on. I turn all the things on fancy and all that, but this setting actually modifies the game, and I think it's unintentional, but it does not allow mycelium to turn into dirt when nighttime comes. And so right near the end of that time lapse, I flipped that off, and as soon as it became nighttime, it very quickly changed to dirt around here. So we're looking quite good. Let's see if I can take off. Yes. We have finished all of this part of the island. all the way over to this mountain. So we just have this stretch here and this little part of the island over here to do. But this is kind of all the time I have for this particular project today. This has been a few hours in the making. So yeah, if you're thinking about taking this on and doing it yourself, my recommendation is just don't. Just don't do it. No, I'm kidding. It's going to be worth it in the end. This biome has very, very bright green grass, so it looks really, really good. I'm actually quite excited to do it. So I think what we'll do for the rest of the episode, I have a thing that I asked in a prior episode back at base, so I think we'll head back to the base, and that means I'm gonna have to light this portal. I actually removed the ender chest here because the light from the ender chest around here was preventing mycelium from doing its thing. Let's see, can I get a flint and steel? I'll find my way back in the nether here, and I will meet you back at base. All right, I really gotta get a nice road in for that tunnel to the villager island, because man, that is a long trek to get back to the base. So we're back at base. If you haven't been to base before, first of all, welcome to the channel. This is the base right here. It's underground and it's a stronghold base. This is our mob farm and sugarcane and nether wart and all these good things. So I put in this staircase recently, and feedback is fairly positive. There was some folks said that maybe it was too much red, which is possible. But I was asking about the walls and kind of what we should do, and I think people seem to agree in the various places that I chat with people with my idea about doing some ruined walls. So I'm going to go ahead and grab some materials here, and I think what we'll do is we'll work on putting together something for those walls, because let me get back out here. The look of the base right this second is very plain because of the fact that we haven't finished the walls, right? And I'd like to come up with a design for the walls around this area, and that way we can use it on the second layer as well. And then eventually we'll probably cut out even a third layer of the base. So, but yeah, let me grab some blocks here and we'll work on a little bit of a design. Okay, this should give you some idea of what we're looking at. So about like that. There we go. So yeah, ruined sort of look. I thought about going with like a specific block, like, mostly stone brick and then some other things. But, I really want it to look like this area has been, very run down, and that there's almost a stark contrast between the stairs and this stuff and the bright green grass and everything and the old stuff. So the idea was from the video when I made these stairs is I kind of said, okay, well, this is the new construction, right? This is like somebody's come in and they've put in these stairs and these redstone lamps and the little pathways and everything, and that there would be, old ruins behind it. So I've done just a little area here just to give you kind of an idea of what that would look like with everything else. Let me actually go upstairs as well, and we'll take a look from over here. So yeah, that's kind of the idea that was in my head. I think it's a good idea. I think that it should potentially work. And there's enough going on there that, with the little chips out and things like that. Some people don't particularly like that, but I kind of think it looks good. It adds a little bit of depth to what would be a fairly flat wall otherwise. So in fact, I could even maybe use one more of these like over here somewhere. But let me, I think what I'll do is I'll get a portion of this done. I'm not going to do the whole thing. Probably not. There's a chance that I'll tear this down. So I'm going to get done, maybe to this wall here. We'll get this whole half done real quick, and then I'd really like your opinion, and I'll give you a couple of different ways that you can give that to me. But let me go ahead and tear out some more of this stuff, and that way we can take a look at it together. Okay, guys, I've temporarily disabled the beacon beams, and I've adjusted our field of view. It's hard to play with the weird field of view, but just to give you this shot right here. So that should give you an idea of kind of what we're looking at. So yeah, ruined walls, new construction everywhere else. And, I think I gotta get out of this. I think that the red and the spruce wood and the paths and all that, it's very clean. In fact, I've really considered breaking up the wood around here, which I probably will do someday. But I think that it is quite a contrast between this and that, and I think that's good. The other shot that I was kind of standing around a while ago and looking at just to see how I felt. Yeah, I think it's really good. It's too bad that the walls up here aren't done in the same fashion, because if they were, I think that would be able to get an even better idea. But that's a lot of work to do all of that. So, I think that we'll stick with just this for now. But a couple things that I'd like you to do, if you could, give me some feedback. Let me know what you think of this design and how it works with the, red staircase and all of that. And if there are any blocks that you think I should include in this, these are all the blocks that are in there. Those are stone. Too many stones, diorite. These blocks here and a little bit of that. So that's kind of what we're looking at. Mostly, the stone blocks and andesite, because I like andesite. I think it's a great block. So yeah, if you think there's any other blocks that I should include in this, or if you think there's a different, pattern altogether that we should go with, I'd love to hear from you. So you can hit me up in the comments below if you'd like, or if you want, you can hit me up on Twitter or Facebook. Links for those are in the description. And again, here in the near future, I'll be releasing some details if you want to join us on Discord. There's a few folks already in the Discord server, and yeah, I'll make that public, and then you can come chat with me there as well. So, but yeah, I think this is looking good. I think that I'll probably end up going with something like this unless I see or hear something better. I think this kind of is the theme that I was looking for. So pretty happy with it myself. But yeah, I think I'm running out of time to get this video out to you. It took me more time than I wanted it to get done, and getting back from vacation and recovering from a 16-hour freaking flight. My gosh, it was terrible. Yeah, it's been a long time coming getting this video out to you guys, so I'm excited to get it edited and put it up so that you guys can watch it tomorrow, which will be Friday, which is later than I wanted. So yeah. But in the meantime, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, don't forget to leave a like. And as always, if you're new, feel free to subscribe to the channel, and yeah, hit me up in the comments down below. Let me know what you think of the build, and next time we'll get finishing with that Mushroom Island. I might do a little bit of work in between episodes here if I can, and that way you all don't have to watch the same thing twice, because I don't particularly like to record the same thing twice, because I think it's boring to watch the same thing twice. So yeah, and in the meantime, guys, again, I hope you enjoyed the episode. This, my friends, has been Tysassin, and I will see you in the next episode.
Meanwhile, across town, in this less than fashionable cubbyhole of the San Francisco Examiner, these editors are programming today's copy of the paper into that same Ohio computer.